Cindy from My 600-Pound Life, Season 9, Episode 4 that premiered in 2021. Cindy is 45 years old. She lives by herself, but she does have a home health caretaker that comes in every single day, cooks for her, cleans her up, cleans her house, etc. She is able to walk, but only for very short periods of time. She grew up on a ranch with a very tight-knit family, aunts, uncles, cousins, everything like that, brothers and sisters, and everything with her weight was okay till she was 8 years old. And at that time, they did have a family friend who essayed her, and at that time, she started to gain weight to kind of cope with what was going on with her. And not only did it help to comfort her, but also she thought that if she just kept gaining more weight and eating more, that he would leave her alone. At the age of 10, she was 140 pounds. Her mom confronted the person, cut them out of their life, and so the abuse stopped at that time. At 14 years old, she was around 200 pounds, and her father became very verbally abusive towards them, mostly towards her mother. Shortly after that, her parents would divorce, and then by the time she was 18, she was 300 pounds. At 25 years old, she fell down a set of stairs and she became bedridden and unfortunately had to stop working at that time. She was bedridden, had nothing to do all day except really just eat, so by the time she was 30, she was 500 pounds. She did reach out and try to get weight loss surgery from some other local doctors, but none of them would touch her at that size because it was just too risky. At 32 years old, her father passed away from cirrhosis of the liver, and at 35, she developed some lymphedema masses on her legs, which made it even harder to get around. Due to her various conditions, at 36 years old, she did check into a hospital and was there for an entire year. And while she was there on a controlled diet, she lost 100 pounds. When she left the hospital, she was around 405 pounds, but did end up gaining all of her weight back and more. She does still have brothers who live a few hours away. Her mother is still kind of in her life, but has dementia, and her sister has passed, so she has nobody directly immediately around her, other than some home healthcare workers that help her out. Month 1, and she does a FaceTime call with Dr. Now. She used to have a different healthcare worker that would come and visit her and help her out named Sandy, who she's still really good friends with, who lives not far from Houston, Texas, and she has encouraged her to start the program with Dr. Now. So they're on their little video chat, and he tells her that at your size and your health condition, you won't live past 50 if you don't do something. So Sandy is down there visiting her. She says she's gonna do it. She brought the truck. They have medical transport, everything like that. And then when the actual day comes, she's like, I'm not ready for this. I've still got all these other things I need to do and clean up and everything like that. I've got this paperwork I need to take care of and all this stuff. And she just does not want to go. Finally, after several hours, her friend Sandy and the medical transport people convince her to go. She gets an ambulance. They drive her the 3.5 hours down there. She gets to Sandy's house. There is no bed, but there is an oversized recliner that's there. But Cindy doesn't really fit into it very well, and it's just not a good day. It's 2 days later. She does not go to her appointment to see Dr. Now because she says that she's still recovering from the long drive. She tries to use the restroom, however, she cannot fit through the door. The bedside toilet that they bought for her does not hold her weight. And right now she is really regretting coming to Houston. The doctor now, he will not live down the challenge, so he comes to her house. They bring a scale. He checks her out and she is 614 pounds, and he said that you should be easily able to lose 70 pounds per month. Her friend Sandy is really trying to be encouraging. She's like, let's go for a walk, let's do this, but it's not happening, it's not working. And Cindy is just really restricted with her movement. In month 2, medical transport takes Cindy to the hospital. They run a bunch of tests. Sandy, her friend, says that I'm only feeding her the diet, I'm only bringing her stuff on the diet. Well, that's clearly not it because she has actually gained some weight. She does have to stay in the hospital because she is in active heart failure and she's on a controlled diet, which she is not happy about. So the doctor now says, here's the diet plan again, stick to it. But while she's in the hospital for those 2 weeks, she's down to 575 pounds, which is a weight loss of 42 pounds in 2 weeks. And she says that she feels really weak from the lack of nutrition, so she's excited to go home where she can eat more. Month 3, she has a video call with the therapist, Dr. Paradise. They talk about her family and her childhood and everything. And he just really reinforces why she's on this journey and tries to get her to push herself a little bit. In month 4, she has missed her appointment yet again because she's still just really not mobile enough. So her and Dr. Now, they do another video call, and she says that it just is going to take me longer than everybody else. Dr. Now says, I don't think you really want to do this program, but if you're committed, I need you to lose 70 pounds per month. And he says, if you don't, either you're off the program or we're going to check you back into the hospital again so that you can be on a controlled diet. But Cindy decides she's basically going to quit the program. She moves back to Portland, Texas, and her friend is just not happy that she's doing this and that she's quitting the program. This is now her Where Are They Now episode, which was season 9, episode 3, and premiered in 2024. It's 4 months later since we left off with her. It's month 8, and she is back at home in Portland, Texas. However, she's having extreme stomach pain, so she reaches out to Dr. Now. He sends transport. She comes back to Houston, Texas, and is in the hospital. Dr. Now says that she quit my program because she didn't receive a magical solution, but he's happy that she reached out and is trying to get help again. She's in the hospital, controlled diet. He says no sneaking food. They do an endoscopy. There's nothing really wrong, except for they do find a hiatal hernia that is probably leading to the stomach pain, but also her recent weight gain is leading to the stomach pain as well. 2 months later, she's discharged. She's going back to her friend Sandy's house in Houston, Texas. He says, I need you to lose 30 pounds in the next 2 months, and then we'll talk about weight loss surgery. He says, I really need you to keep up with the therapy and the physical therapy and the diet and everything. And she is currently at 443 pounds. It is a recent weight loss in the last 2 months of 161 pounds. But because of her weight gain and now loss, it's a total weight loss of 171 pounds. Year 1, month 1 of her journey, she says that as soon as I got back from the hospital, I went back to my old ways, so I probably gained some weight. But she talked to her friend Sandy, who is the only person that can bring her food because she's basically bedbound. And she says that we really need to stick to the diet. Do not bring me the food, even if I ask for it. PT comes in to see her, and it seems like it's going well. In month 3, she finally makes it to Dr. Now's office. She is 438 pounds, which is a recent weight loss of 15 pounds, 176 in total, and Dr. Now says that keep losing weight. I need to lose another 15 pounds in the next month. He says, I'm not really happy with your weight loss. You should have lost more. What's going on? And she's like, well, sometimes I have these snacks. And then he's like, why do you bring her the snacks? She's like, oh, I don't bring her the snacks. She goes on her phone. She orders them online. And then when they get delivered, like an Amazon box or whatever, she says, oh, that's just medical supplies. And she doesn't realize they're snacks. So Dr. Now's like, no more of that. Month 4, she has a huge breakthrough. She's able to actually walk a few steps without her walker. In month 5, she's 415 pounds. A recent weight loss of 23 pounds, 199 in total. She's approved for weight loss surgery next month, as long as she keeps losing weight. It's month 6. It is surgery day. She is 409 pounds. She's lost 6 pounds in the last month, 205 in total. And so they do the surgery, they do the sleeve gastrectomy, and they also address her hernia. She's going to be on a liquid diet for the next month. She should easily be able to lose 30 pounds in a month and then 15 to 20 every month after that until she gets under 200 pounds and closer to her goal. Month 8, she is 373 pounds, recent weight loss of 36 pounds, 241 in total. She goes fishing with Sandy and her family, and she says that she really wants to gain her independence back, and she eventually wants to get her driver's license as well. What has she been up to since she was on the show? I did find her Facebook and her Instagram, and there really isn't much on there. She hasn't posted in quite a while. She hasn't responded to comments or anything like that. She was on the show for a year and 8 months, and the filming was probably around December of 2020. That means that her filming ended mid-2022. And really, other than a few like reshares and stuff like that around 2024, there's really not been much. Her Instagram is not private, but again, it just kind of drops off. But her Facebook may probably have some privacy to it, and that's why I can't see things that are a little bit more recent. This here is a very filtered photo of her that she posted in 2022, and this is like the last photo of her. She did post this. Again, it's just like art and stuff like that. It's not actually like photos of her, but this was in 2024, and this was her last post, at least I can see on any social medias. I did find this GoFundMe from January 24th, 2024, and was asking for Make a Miracle Happen for her. Everything here is basically leading up to the point of the show, all the conditions she has, and then it says that she went on My 600-Pound Life. She is more mobile and looks forward to next steps in life. She has had a couple of surgeries that benefited her weight loss surgery and eye surgery as well, but is in need of a few more surgeries. She's reaching out for support if anybody who would like to, give her assistance, basically. Unfortunately, it only raised $61 though. But I did find Sandy's Facebook, and there isn't anything posted on there like photos or anything like that. But this comment, which was only from a month ago, somebody did ask about how is Cindy doing, and Sandy says that she is doing a lot better. She's lost 300 pounds. So if when the show ended in 2022-ish, she was down 241 pounds. If this is accurate, that means that she has lost another 60-ish pounds. Her Facebook does say that she's living back in Portland, Texas. I don't know if she just didn't update it or if she actually did move back again from Houston. But really, that's kind of all I could find out about her. I just really hope that she's continued to strengthen the relationships with her friends, with her family. I hope she's continuing to lose weight, and hopefully that she gets healthier and she is able to drive her own car again. And I just wish her all the best.